Okay, hello my Egyptian family, so nice to see you. You know, these days I was actually thinking deeply about myself because I had my birthday, so it was time of reflecting my life and so on. Anyway, I get an amazing idea about what I would tell my younger version when I came to Egypt, or even before I came to Egypt. Like what I will advise myself. Even if I live the exact same story, nothing will change, but still what would I like to know to make the life more easier. Or so I found it could possibly help even to you. So the best example is always when I speak about myself, I believe you'll love it the most. So I really hope this video will help you. So let's start. For the first time of my life, I know who I am. My heart belongs to no one but Egypt. It's because of their poetry of life and freedom. Definitely one of the stuff which I would learn before I came to Egypt is how to cook and how to take care of the house or the family as a woman. So it maybe sounds kind of very silly, I know. And I was the type of the girl who didn't want to learn any of this because, as you know, I wanted to be the Egyptologist, the explorer of the world. I didn't have a time to waste my life on those, for me, kind of primitive things. I say for me, okay, I don't insult anyone, it's totally fine, but for me, in the time when I was young, I didn't see it important at all. My family wanted to learn me this stuff, and I really hardly refused it. And when I came to Egypt, so it was one of the biggest shock for me that the women basically, because they stay at home, and most of the women which I saw, they didn't work, right? So what they was doing, they take care of the home and they cook on daily basics and everything. So I felt kind of, I don't know how to name it, like God was punishing me for my previous word for it. And I was really forced to learn it by the life itself, not by anyone, just by the life. And I really suffered a lot from it on the start, honestly, I say it. So it just took a time with me to accept it as a daily routine in my life. But if I would accept to learn from my family, it would be much easier for me in the life after. Okay, just one of my mistakes. I would learn how to speak with certain people, or with who I can actually speak, or how I will speak to them. Yeah, it sounds a very whole complicated sentence, but I had this basic problem I had, and I still have, honestly. I have problem with respecting other people, or people who try to be more than me in some stuff, okay, or who are older. My main problem is if I, for example, see old person, but I see him, he is not that clever. For example, I see myself more clever, so then I'm not able to respect such a person anymore. For me, it's finished. But in Egypt, there are certain rules in this respecting that every old person should be respected. Anyway, this definitely leads me to so many problems in Egypt. And this, if I learned before I came to Egypt, also will be much easier on me. So if you have a very similar problem, I really recommend you at least to somehow accept it and somehow learn it, to go along with the people smoothly. Then of course with this is connected to who I can answer, meaning not all my thoughts or my disagreement I can say to all people. Example, very easy example, in the family, my mother-in-law, I as a wife have to respect her, and even sometimes if she say some absolutely silly things and I don't agree with them, I cannot simply put it to her face, right? I have to respect it, and even if I tell her that I disagree with her, but I must say it really respectful way and truly take care which word I choose. Which before I didn't do. It was before like what was on my mind, so I will simply say it because it is the truth, but I didn't already think it could really hurt the people, okay? Which I believe this is a nice thing to learn anyway, how to communicate with certain people, because you are mastering your own manners, which is in all cases amazing for yourself. Then I will definitely advise myself to don't be naive. This I told many times to you, because this I experienced by myself, so that's why I speak about it often and often, because it's so true. I was very young when I came to Egypt, you know, I was just 20, so in this time I didn't have the life experience. But yeah, some women already have, but simply I didn't. I was really so naive, and saw that the world is just waiting on me and it's opened. And unfortunately, it was hard realization for me that it wasn't like that at all. And with my naivety is also connected, I shouldn't trust people who speak the sweet and easy word, as I always tell you about Egyptian men, but now I mean it about all the Egyptian people, or they use the over sweet phrases. For example, if you meet someone new, he immediately tell you, oh, I love you, I miss you, okay, take care of you, and those normal phrases which Egyptians are using. When I listened for the first time, I was like amazed. I thought if the person telling me that he loves me, then he really mean it so. But this honestly took me a years to learn that not every person who tell you he loves you or she loves you, it's not, I don't speak really about the couple love, but about the love itself, that the person really means so, or that his intention is very clear as he say. Okay, so this was very hard connected with my naivety. I was really open person, and I wanted everyone to love and to be loved from everyone, and then I just realized some people simply can pretend, can even lie about it, not to be so honest about the love even they say so. So this you will learn really only by experience, not by anything else. Yeah, then I really had to master my manners. Example, Egyptians love to invite you for a lunch, for a meeting, or they love to give you a gift, or if someone is sick you have to visit them. Some socializing there's needed in Egypt, but I didn't understand, because in Europe we have it a little bit different. Like if someone give you a gift, he didn't expect anything back from you. He simply give you the gift because he loves you, it's out of love, or he cares about you somehow, so he wanted to be happy. But in Egypt it's more just about the manners than the love itself. And if someone gives you a gift or some invitation, do something for you simply, he expects you will do it the same for him, like you will repay him, and they will expect it. I don't say that all, but many of them which I met in my life, they did so. And of course I didn't understand it, so it really the people get angry at me, of course. Even this was really my pure misunderstanding of this culture. So this I learned. Once I learned it, everything is going fine now. But it was kind of for me hard to accept it, that someone do something for me good only that he's waiting I will repay this to him one day. Yeah, and it actually leads me to learn not to always say yes to Egyptian people, or not to always accept every invitation from Egyptian people, but to really choose, meaning mostly really to go and interact this way with the really closest people who you know really very well. But before it was for me like if I met an unknown person on the street and he tells me, okay, come to my house, I tell him, yeah, okay, I'm coming. Or if the unknown person tell you, do you like my shirt? I tell him yes. So tell me, okay, take it. I tell, okay, give it me the t-shirt. Which is kind of not working like this in Egypt. Then one of my next really big problem was when I came here and I got married. So the people around my husband especially, they was very nice to me all the time. But I just didn't understand that they was nice to me because of my husband, because they love my husband, so they accepted me. I actually saw that they love me, for my own character, for the things which I say, how I deal with the people, and it wasn't true. And once I realized it, also after years, it really pushed me down. I felt kind of even hurted and betrayed from the people, that they should be honest with me, they should tell me to my face what they think about me, and so on and so on. Simply European mentality, definitely. But this I really had to learn to somehow accept it. and to actually build my own community of people away from my husband and his family, just my own. And I really should have done this on the start, and this is something I kind of regret I didn't do sooner. Okay, now after the 10 years everything is fine, I have a lot of friends, but before I hadn't, and I should do this the very first month I came to Egypt, but not to interact only with Egyptian people, but I was the type of girl, I wanted simply to be like Egyptian people so much, so I wanted to learn every single thing as Egyptians do, as Egyptians say, so I wanted to be only surrounded by Egyptian people. But it was really a mistake. It led me also to so many problems and misunderstanding, and even to self-destruction, I can say, because suddenly I didn't feel myself anymore, and then I have a problem with my self-confidence from this point, and so many other things. Like I gave my hobbies, a lot of my opinions, but I did it by my own. Okay, no one forced me, but I simply did it, and it absolutely wasn't right. And definitely what I recommend myself to master earlier, to choose a silence before an actually answer or my honest opinion, and to answer by kind words or actions, even to people who are bad to you or who hurt you. Okay, many times happened to me that Egyptian people possibly misunderstood me and acted kind of badly to me. Even I felt I did nothing bad to them, but it was simply the country misunderstanding, you know. And sometimes I really responded the same bad way as they did to me, but it led to more bad situations, and actually it break many times the relationship. Anyway, what I would really recommend, that even someone is insulting you, someone is bad to you, he can make even half of your life. So really to remain silent and patient, and if you answer, so answer the kind words, because we have one fact here in Egypt, that Egyptians are kind-hearted people. Even sometimes, I know it doesn't have to seem so, but I really believe it. So if someone attacks you and he's very angry at you, if you remain patient and kind, it will turn, the Egyptian person will turn to be at the end kind as well, and you can fix the relationship. But if you start to fight, and I know that even Egyptians are harder fighters than us, so I believe we use more painful words, or we can really by one sentence over it all forever. And as I told you before, I mentioned it, smile in Egypt is solution for everything. So if you really will stay kind and try to really smile at the person, it will be forgiven very easy and solved very easy everything. Then I told you I will choose a silence over some words. Many Egyptians always asked me for honest opinion, and I always told it, and sometimes even not very pleasant way, let's say, because sometimes when I give my opinions, they are very hard and strong. Even they are true, but sometimes it's hurting the people. But before, as I told, I really didn't pay attention to this very much, but now I do. So if Egyptian ask me for some honest opinion, and even I see that he's absolutely wrong and what the right answer should be, I try to really put myself a little bit back, to don't answer that fast or that hard, or to really remain silent. Things which I was supposed to learn since I was a kid, but many of people over the world fighting with this, is self-confidence. For sure, one of the most important things in Egypt, definitely. If you don't have self-confidence here in Egypt, the people kind of, let's say, eat you. I see it so. And because I was a girl, naive girl, without confidence almost, so I had a big problem with this. I had to really learn who I am, what I want from life, and to really fight for myself, for my own, and possibly now even for my own daughter. Because Egyptian people have very high self-confidence, and if you don't show them your own place, who you are, or what they can do to you, or how they can speak to you, if you let them, they can do anything to you, they will really try more and more and more. You must set limits for them. If you don't set the limits, you feel really here very, very bad. It's not only about the family, it's about the friends, it's about if you are working here in Egypt, you always must set with Egyptian limits. And once you set them, trust me, the relationship with them will be even amazing. But you will have to learn to fight for yourself, because no one else will do it, honestly. And last thing which I will share with you, that this I definitely didn't understand it, unfortunately, but that many people will use you or will try to be friend with you or try to even hate you just for the purpose that you are foreigner and you are not Egyptian. Egyptian people in common love foreigners, you know it all. But happened with me many times that they really purely hated me out of nothing. Those people which they hated me, I even didn't speak to them. They didn't know me. I didn't show them my true character. Neither did they. But only because just they listened, she is the foreigner, and I can say they became kind of jealous from it. It's only from the purpose they hated me, and they didn't even want to listen a hi from me. They didn't even to see me, and there was nothing I could do about it. I believe I wanted one time to try to fix it. It's impossible. If Egyptian put his mind, I believe it's done. But you shouldn't feel sorry for it. Just our passage. Some people are like this, and you can change everyone. That's simply impossible if the person doesn't want. Okay, but even the same, you have to pay attention that not every Egyptian person who wanna be friend with you will really accept you as the true friend, and many of them will try to use you for this purpose. But this also, it depends on your destiny, what's your way of your life and your own experience. And the very last thing which I will recommend to me and to you, to all of us, is a forgiveness. If you have a very bad experience in Egypt with Egyptian people, everything will be solved with forgiveness. Because if you don't forgive the person and you don't forget it, it will hurt only to you, okay? And I had this problem, and maybe I have problem till now, not with forgiveness, but more with forgetting about the stuff what happened. Really many situations, for example, will happen to you. You didn't mean in a bad way, or you did nothing bad, but it turns against you bad way. But the important thing here is really to forgive and forget and to move on with your life, to don't stay stuck in bad emotions. And of course, don't forget to subscribe and comment and support me. Thank you. Bye.